Hello, everybody. This is Belinda again. I'm so happy to come back online. I've had a few days off, as life would have it. But I have not been forgetting my spirituality things. I have a lot again to speak about. I'm trying to be less squirrely because I get really squirrely. My mind's all over the place and everything. So, and today, it was like I started having all of these things come into my mind, and it was like waking me up and just like, okay, I'll get up, but I don't want to just get up and look like I just got up. So hold it in there, bring it back when I'm videotaping, and videotaping, you can tell my age, right? My kids make fun of me for that. But anyways, so this time I was a little more prepared, but doesn't mean I'm not messy or authentic, because I'm still going to be me. It's okay to do a little preparation, like cleansing your area. If you feel like you want to brush your hair or put a little makeup on or whatever, that's fine, because you want to feel good about yourself. You don't want to have any type of discomfort or uneasiness. You just want to be able to let it flow. And I think whatever it is that you're comfortable with, that's the main thing, is to be comfortable. That's right, because this is all supposed to be fun. It is a little uncomfortable at first because you're getting used to it, especially if you're used to hiding. And, I didn't want to be seen. A long time ago, I heard my numerology, my birthday's on the 16th, and I had found an old book that said the 16th was Jesus Christ's number, and it signified that if you chose to be out front in the limelight, you would be a martyr or assassinated. It just kind of comes with that's what I got from it. And it was like, it was a hardback, it was blue, and it was thick. And anyways, for many, 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 many years, that was my knowledge from numerology. And then in being graced with Maria's teachings, she had a video, just very short, where she says the numerology here is not correct. It's not the same as the Atlantean when we used to use it. And I just hope one day that comes out, because that would be amazing. So I kind of try to take all that stuff that I learned out from numerology, but it's kind of hard. So anyways, there's all that on the internet, and whatever resonates, like I've said before, it's all correct. If it resonates for you, if you like the way it feels, it makes sense to you, then it's perfect for you, where you are. So just try not to give everybody a hard time about their beliefs. We're supposed to love and show grace to ourselves and others. Anyways, all of my recordings are channeled, in a sense. But this time, I've chosen to do some practices that I have found along my life from all the masters that I've been blessed to hear their wisdom have taught me. We've always needed love. It's always been here. always been here. It's everywhere. It's been here for eons. But for some reason, the masses seem to not quite get it. Now, I know there's a lot of, what's the good word? The opposition. The opposition. There's always been, there's always going to be in this third world opposition. The name of the game. So they're very sneaky. They've been here a lot. They've been here a long time, so they know us as well as God knows us because they come from Him. That's right, they do. Everything comes from Source. Remember that. All of it. All of it. We're all here to play a game, and our purpose is to elevate ourselves. So, and just for fun. A lot of us just wanted to come here and enjoy this gorgeous planet. You're probably thinking, oh, there's probably all kinds of planets all over the world. I mean, all over the universe. Yes, they're everywhere. But, you know, just like everything, they have their beauty and their desire. And I'm not privy at this moment for all the details. But I've gotten enough to lead me along this course, but not for me to share with any confidence. I don't want to give anybody any confusing information because Belinda, you know, she don't need it. I don't need it. It's just like, okay, this car runs, okay, so I need to do this, and this, and then I go. I'm happy. She's happy for it. Okay, so that's, and you know, sometimes that's all we need, you know, to get us going from A to B, you know, and then along the way we may stop. You know, it's like she said, all roads lead to the same place. That's it. Don't worry about it. Just have fun. You think you're going to make a mistake, or you're slowing down, or you don't know what to do, you're confused. Ask for help. That's what we're here for. Ask for help. Courtney's an amazing person. She has clarified things. You know, don't feel guilty or any shame or wonder if it's okay if you listen to multiple people. And then you may, you know, listen to someone say, I use YouTube, social media. I've always loved movies. I'm very visual. And so, I wind up, just YouTube. I have a question, even I just think about it because my significant other says, they heard you and that's why it can hear you and it'll bring up what you want. I go, no, I'm not even talking about it. I'm by myself. I'm looking at a YouTube video, or the night before, I have a thought, and then the next morning, boom, there's a video on it. So that happens to me all the time. So don't be afraid or worry that you are listening to multiple people about different things of spirituality, because it's all relevant. And maybe one thing, the whole thing doesn't kind of, you know, relate to you, but there's a nugget in there. There's this seed that'll, boom, it'll just light up everything else, and puzzles start falling into pieces. That's how we get puzzles. I heard one of the great masters say, not a single school can teach you everything. We're specializing because we're special. We're here for a purpose. And so, we focus mainly on our purpose. It's like a doctor. You have a general practitioner, then you have surgeons, and you have gynecologists. Everybody kind of goes which what calls to them. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's because it all is the same. It all comes from one place that's been, broken up in tiny little pieces and drop, whatever way you want to look at it. And we're all traveling like, what's a good analogy? What are those? Salmon. How salmon, they come from all over the place and they start going up into the rivers. They all have a path to their destination. And it may be, it's not like one little bitty piece because it's huge. But there's all kinds of roads that lead to it. All kinds of roads that lead to it. So give yourself a break. It's not that big of a deal. You're going to get there. Whether you perform your purpose here or not. Okay? There's no such thing as failing. When we die, boom, we go up there. But that's not why we're here. We're not here to just, you can if you want, but there's so much to do here. And I don't think you have that desire. And besides, if you ever get to a point that you don't want to be here anymore, check. Check with God. Check with your whoever you believe in as a higher power. Talk to them. Ask for help, because the opposition is everywhere. They don't sleep. You're asleep and they're, and that's why we will learn to pray before we go to sleep, to ask for protection, because they're all over the place. Now, one thing that it did come to mind that I really, really, really wanted to say is all of these video games and these movies, and they all make it sound like the dark wins, that the dark is stronger than the light. And in all honesty, neither one. They're the same energy. It's what you believe. It's what you know. It's what you feel in your heart. If you have given your time, your energy, and effort to learn how to open up your heart and live in it, there's all kinds of different ways. Whatever it finds you, if this isn't working, then search a little more. There's always help. You can, it took me more than 3 masters to get it all together, to figure it out. But there's no worry. You are safe. And why do you say? Because when you start learning things, that will protect you. If you think about, well, I know I have to live in a 3D, because I'm in between. I'm at the 5D and the 3D. We're here going back and forth because we are here in the 3D. Even though our perspective and our bubble and our energy is up there, and you can continue to float and live up there and have a good old time, but you know what? You could have a good old time over here too. You know, it's up to you, because we're all special. We're all individuals, and as long as we're doing what we love, then you're doing it. But since I feel I love to help others, kind of, bring them up, help them, speed up, give them the little nuggets, little seeds. And that's why I learned and are learning and being reminded more then is there are ways that will be revealed to you in time to protect yourself, to where you're invincible, literally invincible. Nothing can hurt you in this 3D world. And you think, yeah, right. No. You got to trust. You got to surrender. Don't believe in that song, never surrender. That's a movie. Excuse me. That's a movie. That is a movie. Okay? The light, energy, positivity is as strong or as stronger as you make it. Okay? Because if you chose to follow the light, then that is going to be your main thing and your stronger thing, and you will learn and grow to where and no worries. Stop worrying. Stop feeling guilty. All of your ailments, everything that happens to your gorgeous, beautiful body temple is happening because you are doing it. Nobody else. Just you. By your thoughts. Okay? Because if it was from your heart, you'd be in perfect condition. You would look gorgeous. Or say, oh my God, you look so good for your age. What do you do? It's in your heart. You live in your heart. Okay? So there are little hygienes that help, because you are surrounded by loved ones. So we do come in contact, and just like a tuning fork, you got a lower vibration, higher vibration. We kind of, because we do, until you learn to practice, and as the more you practice, the more you consciously do the hygiene and habits, like anything in any career, you get stronger, and it becomes second nature, just like breathing, and you're always in your heart. You're always radiating from your heart. You walk around invincible, superwoman, nothing can harm you, and you see things before they're coming, and you can dodge, and you can help, and you can do all kinds of things, whatever it is that you like in your mind, Superman, Superwoman, whatever, because it's a game. It's all fun. It's all fun. We take it so serious. All this information has been out there forever. But you know what? The opposition, of course they don't want you in the light. Of course. Because that's what they feed off of. That is their road to the end game. So if they can get, they can prevent us. It's like what my significant other says, like crabs in a bucket. They just want to drag you down and get up to the top. That's their mentality. And plus, we're food. We are. They love the negative energies because that's what they exist on. That is their bubble. That is their world. And they're thrown in here, we're all in here doing our thing, and they've been saying it for decades. All we need is love. It was just how was held back from us. But now we have all that knowledge is out there now. Courtney's way is beautiful, so very feminine. Maria, there's just so much. Depends on what you need. Find it. On this, I have Drunvalo Melchizedek. I always say it again. This is Maria and Courtney. I forget her. I always forget. It starts with a K. Anyways, and I joined X Factor with Courtney, and this is what I needed. I had knowledge, okay? I had knowledge, but I was keeping it to myself. I was sharing it with my loved ones, my daughter, my son, things like that. I would share. My significant other and I would talk about it all the time. What I would learn, what we would find out, our thoughts, we would talk about it. But it was because I didn't want to be seen. I had my hang-ups that I thought I could do it, so I just do grid work. I can do it this way. I can do the calamity. I can do the energy far away. I don't have to deal with people up close. Learn how to disconnect from the human collective, to work with that, because I didn't want to be seen. And yes, that is an amazing, amazing, amazing way to reach people. All masters do it. And I was blessed to know them, to learn how. But some people need to see somebody. They need the human connection, even though it's online. This isn't AI. AI wouldn't make anything like this. It's not like the fourth world. And when we go to the fourth dimension, when we go to the fourth dimension, we wake up, like say I wake up right now, this body goes to the fourth dimension. And it looks just like me right now. But I'm a little baby, just like me, this big. And then when I realize what the heck's going on, first thing you do, you start learning that you can kind of like, whatever you think about, boop, happens. Boop, boop, boop. Not like here, it takes a long time. So first thing I've been told is that we start changing ourselves. We heal ourselves. And then we change ourselves. So there's a lot of beautiful people. Everybody's beautiful in the fourth dimension because that's what we do. We start playing with that, making us beautiful, what we want to look like, And then it, evolves like we're children. So, we start playing with that idea. Now, just like here, you got to be careful because if you have any type of fear, whatever you think about, you're going to get. That's like here. It just takes longer to where you even forgot. So you can't go wishy-washy, which I know it's easier said than done because I do it all the time. I catch myself all the time. I'd be up there in the mansion and helping all kinds of people showering, I'd be doing all kinds of things. But Belinda also, I'm on my road. So we're all on our roads working on what we need to work on. But I am called to do this video to let you know you can have more than one teacher at a time. Just like when we were in high school. In elementary, you had one teacher. And then eventually, it's like you go to junior high and you start having multiple teachers. And then you go to college or high school, you have different courses and things like that. And then when you go to college, you decide which course that you prefer, what you like the most. But you're exposed to so many things. Because we do have a choice. And the more we know, the more tools we have, it makes us stronger. And people can relate to you. So for this video, I think that was kind of still squirrely, was You can have more than one master teacher at a time. Because what winds up happening when you surrender your free will to the higher powers, right? Which was very difficult because surrendering my free will, what? Right? Especially someone, a single mom that's been in control of every part of her life for most of her life. That is very difficult, but I did it. And it has made such a difference, such a difference. And, sometimes I have to remind myself because we're human. But that is it, because I didn't listen to, about a year ago or so, I ran into Courtney and I like what she said, but something is like, I don't know, I felt kind of selfish, and I was like, oh, no, can't be selfish, because, that's one of the sins, and I want to help a lot of people, and I've always heard you got to heal yourself to help others. Because at the time, I was I was learning under, watching, this is Maria, her videos, and going through a lot of just doing every single guided meditation. I realized I don't like meditation, but I sure love the guided ones. And she's amazing at them. So I did every single one that she did. Everyone, whatever, everyone. Some I would wait till the very end. I didn't do them when they came out. Whatever resonated, I would do them multiple times, the ones that I liked to. And then one day, I started not... It's weird. For me, it was like, not that I didn't fall out of love. I love Maria. But it stopped. Something stopped resonating or something. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't understand it because I had been following her for like 2 years or something like that. And then Courtney came back. And so it's like she would come back and I wouldn't really listen to her. I'd see her on my home page. And then one day okay, fine. I clicked on it and it was like, she wasn't saying anything different. She's been saying the same thing over and over again, but it finally clicked for me. I had to learn and unlearn and do all of that other stuff. And then I was ready for the next stage, which was Courtney. And that's where I am now. And now Maria's come back into my radar because there are things that I still, because of what I've chosen in my path, that I don't want to do. I'm going to live in the 5 world, but I'm going to live in all of them because you know what? I can have it all. You can have it all. Whatever it is your heart desires, you can have it all. And that's what I want to do. I saw somebody put it on the YouTube video. They want their bridge from 3D to 5D. Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly. We need those. I heard somewhere like, well, if the Earth is supposed to be in the 5D, why am I still here in the 3D? Because we are the chosen ones. What makes us the chosen ones? Like, it's not that we're special, better than somebody else. What it is that we chose to be here at this time in our planet's evolution, to be pillars, beacons of sources and Mother Gaia's and just the universe's energy, to help, because she doesn't want to leave any of her children. She loves us. To help us, because some of us are we're stuck in the 3D. The opposition really's got a grip on us, and they don't know what to do because, it's been thousands of years and we didn't know what to do, and we still had the all that information out there. It's just the opposition has got a good grip. So we've chose to stay between two worlds, be the pillar, so that we could help. We have the 5D vibration on the earth, and we can live 5D here. And it's all perspective. Perspective, love, perspective. So yeah, anyways, the main thing is you can have more than one teacher at a time, and you can have everything your heart desires, okay? Where your thoughts go, your energy flows. Make sure you think of it. First, go to your heart, because it's not so hard anymore. So I want to live in my heart. I want to think in my heart. And you know how you do that? Feel it. Feel it. That's right. Feel it. There are a lot of things out there. I can do more different videos. I'll be putting out, I think, some different techniques to learn how to feel, because like I said, we're all different. Maybe it'll be a puzzle, a little piece of a puzzle that you need to choo forward, like you did me. So I love every single one of you, and I'm so happy to be back, and I hope this wasn't too confusing, and I'll be back.